Welcome to the Highlands Falls Golf Croquet Elite Invitational. Last year it was the Western North Carolina Golf Croquet Invitational. This will be the title going forward, so this is the second annual. It's held, of course, at the Highlands Falls Country Club in Highlands, North Carolina. The croquet lawns are on an old par 3 green, and that fabulous clubhouse makes it stand out. Darin Guffey is your tournament director, and he is the resident pro here. Lynda Bjorkland is the tournament manager and is the Western North Carolina district president. Jim Potts is your tournament referee. The USCA, under the leadership of President Beverly Carno, sanctions this tournament and brings you this YouTube channel. The USCA invites you to get on the website, check it out, sign up, and join us out here on the lawn. Special thanks to perennial channel sponsor Chris Barley and to Preston Stewart for supporting the editing. Our exclusive equipment sponsor, Don Oakley, can provide anything you need to play this game in any form and at any level. Whether you want to play 9-wicket in your backyard, American rules, AC, or golf croquet, he's got it all. And tournaments like this require sponsorship, which came in this case from Lynda Bjorkland, Kathy Gamble, Dan Horton, Jim Potts, Hammond Rowers, and Ron Taylor. Without them, this tournament and certainly this video wouldn't have happened. At this tournament, we captured commentary from the players separately and mashed it to the video later. Thanks to everybody who stepped up to the mic. I hope you enjoy it.
Truly. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Depending on the other grades, probably either top of first light or bottom chance light.
Okay.
Kind of
All right, we're started.
All right, we're going live.
Ready to have the first ball out.
All right. Hello from sunny Highlands here on this lovely Saturday afternoon.
That's right.
And we're off in game 3. It's Matthew Essick here with Tom Balding.
Hello, everybody.
And we are watching the second semifinal of the day take place. And this is game 3 with Edmund Fordyce playing the black and the blue and Darin Guffey playing the red and the yellow.
Yeah, so Edmund's first ball went a little long. I think it's runnable. Darin took a little look at it. It's not a great hoop shot. Red is very deep, so it'll be interesting to see what Darin decides to do here.
Yeah, I think he's going to play in here. Are you worried about a cutoff from blue here, Tom? I don't think blue might jaws.
I'd be more worried about that.
It's hard to tell from our angle how much of a runner blue is.
Yeah.
But he's going Solomon. That tells us what we need to know.
He's clearing. Yeah.
He's clearing this ball.
He must like blue's chances. I'm wondering how much in the way black is. He's moved it as far away from the flag as he pretty much can.
Yeah.
That one hopped off a bit. Oh, and it went between them, it looked like.
Yeah, it did.
So he had space. It looked like he may have gotten his hands in front a little. That ball just kind of jumped off the mallet.
That's something Darin and I were talking about last night, Tom, is the ones he hits well, he feels like he lets the mallet get to the ball, and the ones he feels like he doesn't, his hands are getting out in front, the ball's hopping off the mallet, and he's kind of pinching it as opposed to striking it clean.
It's very easy to do with Solomon grip.
Yes.
I think of the 3 grips, it's the easiest to sort of drag forward with the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Most students I have who start with Solomon or use Solomon end
And
up having
that
those issues. Oh,
It is a hard left wire
that
miss.
is.
Hey, Tom, just double check that light.
Yep.
Okay.
This looks like hoop, but
Yeah, it is. Oh,
yeah,
waste. So, missed opportunity there.
very much so.
He'll want that one back, regardless of the outcome. But Edmund now with a chance, unchallenged, to run this hoop with some pace if he wants it, but we know he doesn't. Yeah.
I get two. Oh.
Came out of that hoop very clean. Barely even hurt any wire there.
And that's one of those ones with red, where Darin took the hoop on there where from the commentary box, you're saying clear black, clear black. When you're out on the court, you're saying shoot the hoop, shoot the hoop. You know, it's easy here to say, oh, this is the right choice, it's the wrong choice. But it's a close enough shot. In game 3, they've both been playing fairly well where, you know, you're just going to take that on and you really need to make those to win the match anyway. So
you do. If you know, one of the things that I was commenting earlier on Shane Hepner's games is that if there's a ball between Shane and the hoop, he will not take the hoop shot.
Mm-hmm.
Just about ever. Doesn't matter if he's 4 yards back and the other ball is 2 yards.
That's an interesting observation.
So,
yeah, I think I agree with you.
We
from what I've
watched him
seen.
turn down a whole lot, and he suffered for it on some because he didn't hit the clearance perfectly or they made some other great shots.
Yeah.
So there just comes a point where you can, you know, center ball black there and still lose the hoop.
Taking on the hoop? Ooh.
We know he likes those.
So,
I think black is wired from yellow.
Yes, and Ed is one of the players that, you know, when he's wired on the ball, he normally opts for the hoop instead of the clearance. You know, obviously, if you do hit the clearance and you go north of the hoop here, you have a chance where he can wire on it again, but it's just a bigger target.
Yeah. Yeah, Ed has never seen a hoop he didn't like.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. So this is the second semifinal. Me and Matthew just got done playing the first. So it will be Matthew versus the winner of this game. So Matthew sizing up the competition, maybe.
Yeah, it was. Tom and I had a really good semi. We played game 1, and Tom was absolutely unconscious, and he got me 7-4, and I thought I played fairly well. And then game 2, I had a couple of breaks that went my way, and same thing, got to win 7-4, and it looked oddly similar at hoop 11 with a miss from the north boundary.
I was just thinking that. And Darin, once again, just a little bit offline. He looks like he's leaning almost when he hit that shot.
Yeah, it doesn't look confident, does it?
So, yeah, no, Edmund here with the big clearance. And Wiz is right by it. So, now this will probably be a moment where clearing black is justified.
Absolutely.
You've just missed a hoop shot of the same length. Black is in position.
Yep.
Yellow has no way to get over to 3.
Yeah, and yellow's in a really strong clearing position. Red's going to stop right in front.
Yeah, so that's perfectly good.
He's just winning now.
Yeah, and it's very easy to block the hoop setting up with yellow from where blue is on the south boundary, so there's no accidental flukes or double targets.
That's right.
But yeah, in our game too, swing just started to miss just a couple more times than it had been. Lost the feel to a certain degree, became conscious.
Yep.
And took me a little too long in the match to kind of figure out why and get it back. So,
yep.
You know, missed a couple critical hoop shots, but Matthew played about the same level the entire match. So from game 1 to game 3, it was awesome the whole way through.
Yeah, I was pretty consistent all the way through. I was happy with that part of my game. Had 2 critical misses in game 1, and then just felt like I was behind the 8 ball with. Tom hit 3 or 4 7-yard hoop shots from the boundary, and so there's just not much you can do in a situation like that. But
yeah, I think my hoop 9 was my favorite.
Oh yeah, hoop 9 was awesome. So we have Edmund missed with a short 10-yard clearance on red. Darin's doing exactly what Tom said, and instead of trying to block red, which I think a lot of players would do, he's blocking the hoop because he's a lot of clearances away from getting back in this, but he makes the hoop and it's over and he steals it. So I like that choice. Ed has a miss here, and I think we're going to see Darin level this out. But
yeah, I don't think the edge of yellow is blocking the hoop from red.
No. But then we got on. Tom and I got on to game 3, and.
I almost had a great promotion shot.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
it was perfect.
He got up 2-0 really quick, and I was able to get in the jaws of 3, win 4, and
Nice shot by Darin.
Anyway, got up 4-2, and we had a nice finish to the match. So
it was competitive.
It was. So it was a fun one.
Edmund very short there.
Yeah,
very unusual to see that from him.
Yeah, that one's.
Like,
it's not very close, is it?
It's not. It's not like you just slightly misjudged that it would roll out and you come up maybe angled on the hoop. That's yards short.
Yep.
So
we'll see Darin go deep.
maybe a little frustration or fatigue on Edmund's part.
Mm-hmm.
Edmund just turned around and looked at me.
I mean, Edmund just always looks frustrated. So
yeah, kind of like a cat.
we're just trying to get a reaction out of Edmund
And
since he could hear us.
Another one's a little short. Yeah. So I think we're going to see a promotion here.
Where would you promote this to, Tom?
I would hit right half of it and try to get both balls in runnable position like that.
Okay, I like what he's done. I like the promotion to hiding from yellow.
Yeah.
If black's blocking the hoop, that was an absolutely incredible shot.
It was. If he can't see blue or the hoop. Darin is lining this up, so I don't think the hoop is blocked.
Yeah, he's going hoop all the way here. Gosh, if he hits at a half ball harder, and this could be a, just swing the hoop entirely.
Yeah. But this is a very pressured shot. He's missed both of his long hoop attempts so far.
Yep.
And this one has a lot of pressure on it.
That's
no
pretty,
pressure on that.
Really, really nice.
So that's that nice Irish swing that you've been helping him
Yeah,
perfect a little bit.
He's gone through phases very similar to me in the fact that he's gone through phases of shooting Irish for hoop shots, then shooting Solomon for hoop shots, and doing a lot of one, a little of the other, or half and half. And he's kind of starting to lean more towards Irish for a lot of his hoop shots. And I feel like when I'm playing my best, that's kind of where I'm at as well. And so it's cool to see another player, using two grips. And I always talk about how cool it is to see how common that is nowadays.
We have you to thank for that. I'm pretty sure you were the first major player.
Yeah, there's been a couple over the years.
Ooh, you're the only one I think who won a world championship doing it.
That's for sure.
And I think that's when it kind of became in vogue.
Yeah, it's definitely become a lot more popular out of definitely some of the American
this looks
players.
Like a hoop shot. Black is not in position. Blue is
Yeah,
not great.
It sure
and
does.
black
doesn't
is blocked over from 5, so this is a good time to try it.
Hands got in front.
Oh, yeah. And you see left wire there and just spins around.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be very interesting to see what Edmund does here. Obviously, if he makes the hoop, he ties it up, but he has nothing on black to get over to 5. He's going to have to go really deep. I don't even think if he can get directly behind 5. But you kind of have to run the hoop here.
Yeah, you got
There's no real
it's a
good
free
set.
go, even though black's hampered.
And that was a little right wire, in fact.
Black's strong though. That's not a bad miss. Blue stays close. Black's in a really strong position. Red goes deep. Black can possibly creep in front, hiding from yellow, or just giving up a piece. If red stays close, obviously black centers and he sticks around. So
Darin doesn't like his options here.
no, black's strong.
Yeah. And that was one thing, Edmund's very good. Even when he doesn't make the hoop, he's always hitting it in the middle.
Yep.
I had a couple of long boundary hoop shots that I think really got me into trouble because had I just hit near the middle of the hoop and stayed around, the preceding shots after that, I wouldn't have had to play from so far away and it wouldn't have been so difficult. But, I took a few boundary hoops in game 3 that kind of skimmed me halfway down the court.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing how close he stays for the pace that he hits the ball.
Right. He's just hitting right almost in the midst of the uprights every time. That is not a good clearance.
No.
So now Edmund can just set this ball up as good as he wants. Red can clear it if it wants to, but black's just going to get that slightly longer hoop shot.
Yeah, this hoop went from being neutral to strongly in Edmund's favor very quickly.
So
you see Darin taking a peek there. If yellow does have a shot at the hoop, he knows he's going to have to take on black.
yeah,
and really that's might be one of his only choices. 'Cause
I think
he's,
yeah.
I don't mind the center and then yellow hits blue. I don't mind where that leaves you. But if black does come back in really good,
I like this play. I like the left half there.
okay.
And just either you make the hoop and you have a ball near 5, or he makes the hoop and you're the first ball. It's setting very well near 5.
Okay, I like that.
So
I don't think I would have thought of that.
yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking. He might go for. Ooh, that's gonna be.
That's close.
Darin's looking at it.
It's really close to blue.
He's basically saying, I think, that Darin cannot score.
Yeah.
Or
No, he's saying Darin makes this to go up 3-1 is what he's calling. Oh.
It looked good. It looked
Yeah,
good
so
for a
Edmund
long
was giving
way.
us a little hand signal saying he thinks it's going to be 3-1. Basically saying, hey, I left the hoop open. Darin can't see blue. He's going to take a run at the hoop, and he's going to make it.
Edmund's intuition not quite as good as Blake's.
No, not quite. But I think he's happy. His intuition isn't very good on that one.
But this is sort of a nicer place to be because you're almost guaranteed to get a good set, a really nice set. Keep this tight to the hoop. Unfortunately, yellow is just offsides. He's decided to play that a little deeper away from black.
No, yellow's not offsides.
Oh, yellow's not offsides.
No.
And Edmund's touch has been off this game.
It's poor. Let's just call it like it is, Tom.
Yeah. And he would say yesterday that his touch was poor too. He said that, he was like, I got to hit it 4 yards. I'm hitting it 7.
Yeah.
But black must still be runnable. He is taking a crack at this. That's a great swing.
Yeah. Center ball, nice and smooth, moves it about 7 yards, 7 to 10 yards, and sticks around. All right. We're going to see a hoop shot here. We got a great angle at this time.
Yeah. Nope, right where he's pointed. So the camera probably can't see exactly as good as we can. I'm literally in the line of Edmund's shot, and that is exactly where his feet are pointed. He was never pointed directly at the hoop.
Yeah.
And normally, Edmund is one of the few players. Most players line up a little crooked. Edmund's one of the few players I've seen that he lines up dead straight a lot of the time, and his swing is dead straight when it comes through.
Yes, he trusts his stalk very much. It's interesting to talk about for those of you who have watched Edmund play over the years. His style right now is a little bit different than what he's used the majority of his life, I think. I think everyone's kind of become accustomed to his walking, stalk, big 2 steps to the ball,
huge body motion.
Exactly. And we're seeing a set of the mallet that looked a little bit more like Robert Fletcher's standard. And he's been pretty successful with it since he's switched over, but it's definitely different than what you're accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, he mentioned to me when I first asked him about it that he did model it off of what he saw Fletcher doing, and he says that it helps him feel a little bit more stable.
Okay.
And feels a little bit more like consistently good tempo through the ball and just kind of centers in it before he takes a swing.
Okay.
He might find that there's other things that he doesn't like about it or that, kind of it maybe takes away from his natural rhythm of play that he's developed over his life because it's a little bit more slow and methodical.
Yeah.
He's starting to look like me out there.
Yeah, he's I think one part of his game that is very similar to you, Tom, is that I think you two guys are – I'd put Blake in that category as well with when you're hot, it's terrifying. And the up and downs can be more than other players, but the hots are hotter than anyone else. And so that's why, Edmund's been one of the scariest players to see in a draw for a long time.
Yeah.
He's just his top end is higher than just about anybody.
And overrolls the block there. Red is open. In fact, I think he can hit left half of that if he wanted. So we're, again, looking right down the line. His feet look good.
Not quite.
Didn't quite get it. As hard as Edmund does hit it, people will also notice if they followed along that Edmund does not hit it nearly as hard as he used to. Part of that is the new style and that he's not using as much momentum when he swings. He's not swinging as big. But the other part of it was he has started to suffer some wrist pains.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's complained about them. He uses standard grip like I do. And for those who are familiar with standard grip, his right wrist is kind of in a hyperextended position. And he has a lot of wrist bend. And so when he was hitting as hard as all that, even as young as he is, it's putting a lot of strain on those tendons.
Yeah.
And it can hurt you, especially if you hit a couple of shots wrong, and don't make clean contact. So when I asked him the other day, why he's not hitting as hard anymore, he literally said to me, he's like, I can't.
Yeah.
So
there's a phenomenal positional shot.
That is a great shot.
I believe that's wired on red. And
yeah, he's clapping his hip, so
yeah, he definitely knows that's a good shot. And so
yellow has to either choose hoop or black.
Yeah.
The scoreboard needs updating.
It's 3-2 to Darin's favor currently. And I think an interesting topic here, Tom, is that Darin's progression.
This looks like hoop.
You think?
I think he's aiming at hoop.
It does look like a hoop.
I don't think he's even thinking about that black ball.
Ooh.
Ooh, and it was good. It was good.
Yeah. Darin's progression has been an interesting thing to watch for us, especially over the last 2 or 3 tournaments, where it's really been the last year. But it's over the course of a year, you don't get to see someone that often, just because we don't have tournaments every single weekend. But he's the consistency has drastically changed.
It
for
has.
him. I think he's always had the ability, but I wouldn't say the consistency has been there. And it goes both ways, not only with the striking the ball, but the mental consistency of just understanding you're going to have bad swings, getting over it, and moving on to the next one. And so I think we've seen a huge jump in maturity as a player for him in the last year. And it's been fun to watch.
It is. I've talked to Darin a bit. We've become pretty close, and one of the things I've told him multiple times, because we do play and practice with each other sometimes, and he asked me what I think he needs to do to get better, and I said, listen, man, you're just like I was a few years back, where it's like you can swing really, really well, but your mental game is trash.
Yep.
And you sometimes get down on yourself and you let one bad swing lead to another.
Yep.
And it's something that I've had to work at myself and still sometimes fall into that pit. But he's definitely started that climb out of that issue as well, where it's like, his tournaments are getting more consistent all the way throughout. His games are getting more consistent.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting.
Edmund really likes it. You can just tell by his reaction. He likes that shot.
Yeah. He
I don't know that yellow can run, but it's an interesting one.
Are they touching is the question.
I don't think so, Tom, but, to be honest.
You can get that blue ball pretty far away.
Yeah, exactly. Red plays in. Black's got to clear it.
So Edmund's signaling to us that there's a tiny gap.
Yellow
runs.
can score. So the interesting thing here is, Darin's not going to move this.
Yeah, what does black do?
So that's exactly what I was getting at. If black hits left half, blue stays there. But the problem with that is yellow goes directly sideways, out of bounds, 7-yard clearance on blue, red's still in position. And not to mention, if he does hit this left half, black's going to be, 15 yards down the court.
So this looks like he's lining up hoop.
It has to be. There's nothing good about hitting blue. I don't like it at all. It has to be a hoop shot.
He hit red instead.
Okay, he progressed himself down to 8.
All right.
Not terrible.
So basically you're saying, all right, you have to make the hit hoop with blue right there in your mind's eye.
Yep.
It's like, let's see if you can swing smooth. Edmund preparing for his afternoon prayers. Little side breeze now. And let's see if he keeps a good tempo on this swing. And
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's lovely. Just ran it down comfortably. 4-3 now to Darin. And I don't know what straight line blue can get down to the next hoop. He can play it's going to be a good line. It needs to slow up. It's going too fast. So he was playing for tight position there to try to get that wire. But, when I had those shots, and I had a couple against you, I thought where it's like, okay, if the wire is not guaranteed from that distance, I want to hang back a little bit and just say, like, I want to give him a 10-yarder if I don't get the wire. And if I do get the wire, then I'll just deal with whatever clearance or hoop shot that I'm given. What's your thoughts on that?
I like, it depends on how straight that yellow ball is. If yellow is, let's say, within the
This is a promotion, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a good pace.
That's a great shot.
Just
It
a
rolled
hair
little
long.
far.
Good shot still.
Now, the question is, can Darin, if Darin can hit it center or a little left of center? If he hits it right of center, blue's not going to go very far.
Yep, and yellow will go very far.
Right. And then blue can come back in and red will be looking down, potentially a blocked hoop or a very long hoop shot with pressure. So,
Yeah, I like playing for the wire myself. I don't mind going a little closer if I feel confident about the wire. Basically, the straighter on the ball is behind the hoop, the more aggressive I'm going to be with my setup.
That's a good shot.
If that ball starts to get closer to the 45, then I'm going to hang it back a little bit, maybe 4 or 5 yards. and make that clearance just that much longer.
Right.
All right, we're going to see a hoop shot here.
Yeah. Sometimes Edmund cannot miss these.
The shot.
Now, how hampered is Black, though?
I think he can get to the front side of the hoop.
Okay.
Maybe 2 or 3 feet.
I wonder if there's a spot here that Darin can put this red ball. He is going a little bit deeper. I think
That's
there's
hard. It's hard, Tom.
No, it stopped really good.
Yeah.
I think he's lining this up to clear.
Ooh.
Well, the fence worked. So 4-4. Darin with great advantage at hoop 9. And hoop 9 is possibly one of the most critical hoops in the game.
I think 9, 11, 3.
Hoop 3. 3,
You know,
9, and 11.
those 3 hoops are really important. 3 didn't play as big of a factor in this game with, Edmund getting 4, making it 2-2, then 3-3 at 6. So,
Yeah. I would say hoop 9, hoop 11 is probably the most critical if you're 5-5.
Yeah. I mean, if you get there.
If you get there.
Regardless of what the score is.
But when you're in a position like this where you're 4-4, you start to, the percentages are fairly equal now, but they start to really sway in the favor of the person who makes hoop 9, even before you get 6 points. So, like, if Darin runs this well at all, he'll be a good favorite for hoop 10. Ooh,
Nice shot.
That's not what he wanted. Ran the hoop.
It's a good score. He's not hampered, and he's got the 5th point. So he's still in a really strong position.
He is. Do you know who won the first game? We were playing. So.
Ed won the first game.
7.
I don't know the score.
7-4.
7-4. Okay, so we're here in 7-4.
And Darin won the second game.
7-5.
7-5.
Yep.
So
we were playing for the majority of their match, so we actually haven't seen much about the level of play and the consistency, but they both look like they're playing fairly well. Ed's missing a little bit more on his clearances than you would normally see, and he's missed a couple of hoop shots that are I know the one at 1 was super angled, but he's one of the guys out back to run a hoop almost every time.
Yeah, Ed and I had a good block game. We went to the hook. I would say that we both admitted it was competitive, but not great.
Yeah.
He was not making hoops very well, even short ones, and I was not clearing very well. So between our 2 errors, it was kind of even. He was really unhappy with that contact, but it's turned out amazing. He acted off the mallet like that was
Terrible.
Hit.
Yeah, he thought it was not good.
So he might have been about to overhit that had he not maybe hit the ground. And we've already seen him overhit a couple.
I think he has to hit something here, Tom. Not only
He
can
does.
is black all over yellow, but it looks to me like if he gets right half the yellow, he might be set at 11.
He's looking at it. Oh, that's not bad.
Nope. We'll see black take a
will
run at this.
Yeah. Blue has drifted over towards 11. But I think it might still be just inside the halfway point, so I don't think it's super close. Yellow is unfortunately not in great position, so even if black misses this, it's going to be difficult for Darin to maybe convert. Well, maybe now there's an in-off opportunity. So that was, again, with the pace he hits it at, he's hitting them straight enough that he just doesn't go anywhere.
Which, Tom and I both had a conversation about this. The hoops here are, they don't fight back. Let's put it that way. They
got no bite left. in them.
There's no bite in them. It's exactly right. If you can hit it in the middle with some pace, a lot of times they're going to go through.
Wow. Well, that's an example of he hit it at a softer pace.
Yes.
And they will sometimes fight back on you. Now,
but
can red see black?
I don't think so. I don't think black's a runner. I do think he can get in the jaws.
Darin's body reaction is not supremely negative, and normally you'd expect to see a big reaction there.
If you're playing blue here, you're blue and black, are you worried at all about red on yellow into black, yellow stops in front of the hoop? Are you doing anything to prevent that, or are you just going to say if he does it, great shot?
There is a world where I just try to center ball yellow to the side and keep blue there.
Yeah, that's almost what I'm thinking.
Or even
tempted.
left half of yellow. If black's not in the way, go to the side boundary, send yellow back down the court, and just say, listen, you're going to have to hit a perfect shot with red.
Yeah,
to even have a
I
chance.
love left half of yellow here. I think that would be – once again, it's hard to see from our angle not how close, but excuse me, how straight on those are. But
He's
I think this is a left half of yellow.
I feel like if he's agonizing over it this much, that red must just be able to see part of black.
But if red can see part of black, Tom, then red takes black, red's all the way to the other end of the
Fair,
court. Black
fair.
comes right back.
So he's thinking about the promotion.
I think so too. I think he's worried about the combo into black. Yellow sits right in front of the hoop and he's dead in the water.
Now, the only thing that I wouldn't like about this promo idea is the pace I would have to hit it at to get black any decent distance away. If I don't hit yellow perfectly, it's going to be very difficult to keep yellow anywhere near the hoop, and he's going to let him try it.
I don't think he feels good about letting him try it, just based on how long he took to make that decision.
Yeah. But I'm surprised he didn't want left half of yellow.
Irish here is interesting.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, what pace is acceptable to hit this at, where you don't think Edmund's going to return this?
Yeah.
You know, I want him over by hoop 1 at least.
Yeah, I'm hitting this hard. Because I think if I hit yellow decent at all, yellow's still going to be a runner, even if it's 4 or 5 yards.
Right. And there's going to be a lot of energy loss transferred between those balls. That's a great shot.
That's the shot we were looking at.
And blue might now be in the way.
And that's exactly why, it took Edmund that long to make that decision and why we mentioned hitting left half of yellow.
Yeah,
Because
I think left half of yellow is much safer there.
Yeah.
Even center ball yellow is fine.
It's one of those ones where it's close enough where you just feel like your opponent's going to hit it. But if you let them have it and they hit a decent shot, it ends up splitting the 2 balls. Black and blue have a big advantage.
Missed it. He's looking a lot like me.
Yeah, his clearance
won the first game and is now sort of fallen. And I think, you went back, like you said, players like Edmund, like Blake, like myself, what is it? You're one of the most consistent players out there, in also being one of the most, competitive, and just you have extremely high levels of performance, intense moments. So what would you say to players like myself or like the others that how can we work to achieve more consistency? Is there something that you do in your practice? Is there something that you think about in a game?
I think a lot of it's mental. I think sometimes the game can be a mental roller coaster, and you can feed off the good shots, and you just feel like there's no way you're going to miss the next one because you've seen yourself hit 3, 4 in a row, whatever it may be, and you're just red hot. You see yourself miss a couple, and the doubt creeps in, and so it's the I don't want to say a hesitant swing, but it's just not the confident. I know I'm going to hit this swing, and I think all of us have high levels of confidence, but I would just say that I think from years of other sports that I feel like even after a miss, I'm going to hit 20 in a row. I feel like it never goes away, even if my swing doesn't feel on. And so I think consistency comes from confidence and not letting 1 or 2 bad swings, not dwelling on them and not letting them take over my mental approach, I guess is a better way to put it. But
that's a great set. So what would you say? So I felt like in our match that even though I stayed what I thought was fairly confident, that I knew I had been playing extremely well, that I'm thinking in game 2, because I started game 2 well, thinking, okay, I can beat him right now. But then I had a couple misses, maybe a couple bad swings, but the feel started to leave where the swings were no longer automatic. What do you do in a match situation when, even though your mentality might be positive, something is wrong physically with your swing? How do you have a set checklist of things you go down to make sure to try and get it back? That's almost a perfect shot.
I have swing thoughts that definitely help get back on, but you and I have talked a lot about this off camera, but I am a huge fan of when my swing is on, trying to make the hoops go as fast as possible. When my swing is off, trying to make a hoop last longer to get more swings, to feel like I can get it back on. And so, I'm very, very hard on myself about that point of playing a lot more conservatively when my swing's not right, and then playing a lot more aggressive when the swing's on. And I think some people might tell you to play the same way all the time, but that's just not my approach. And so I would say, yeah, there's certain swing thoughts that I have as far as tempo and making sure I'm doing certain things within my swing, but it's more about, I know from years of play.
Are we seeing hoop here?
This has got to be hoop. It's got to be
hoop for the win. Oh. Right in and spun around.
Yeah. So long story short, I know from years of play, Tom, that I just need a couple more swings to get it back,
Yeah.
you know, and making sure I give myself that opportunity to take those extra swings.
Well, it's definitely something that I plan to work on and hopefully can achieve that level of consistency that you have someday. I think it's easy to forget that
It needs to sit, Tom.
it does. Oh, it's gonna.
It's a really nice shot.
I think it's easy to forget that you've been. In fact, I had to tell someone just the other day that you've been playing tournaments now for close to 20 years.
20 years on the dot.
20 years on the dot.
Yep, 20 years of tournaments.
And there are plenty of people in their middle age right now who haven't been playing croquet competitively for 20 years.
Yeah.
So there's a wealth of experience there and that you don't get unless you're out in the fray.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which is why I encourage all my students to go out and play tournaments. But that's easier said than done.
Oh, this is a jump, Tom. We're getting jump over
Jump
blue
clearance.
into black.
Hopefully keep it wired from.
Good shot.
Oh, that's a very good shot. Given.
It's not great, but it does a job.
It
you
keeps
know,
things alive.
it does.
I mean,
a
he
job.
could turn around and hit an amazing shot, but it's not free anymore.
Correct.
And with where yellow and blue are, you need to at least hit this well. And that's about as bad as it can get. And almost killed someone.
Yeah, somebody almost died on the south boundary there.
So when there's no barriers, you have to know your reflexes.
Yep.
You can't be. We're up here behind some stone and some bushes and some railing. We're safe.
Yeah, I feel pretty good with where we're at.
Yeah, but if you want to be down on the court level, you got to be ready.
I think if the ball got up here, Tom, I'd be more impressed than I would be upset.
So he's going to play the promotion.
This is one of my favorite plays in golf croquet. One ball's far away, the other ball's close by. I'd like yellow to be closer to red, but I love playing away, promoting back, and making black make the long clearance.
You set one of these up against me at our nationals match, and I saw it coming, so I decided to clear the ball you left on court.
Yeah, and the thing about it, Tom, is even if someone does clear it, like let's say in that situation,
That's a poor shot.
He played it poorly.
Yeah.
But let's say even
needed
if blue
really
clears
yellow
yellow, if it does,
You just set up.
you just set up and you still have the advantage. So it's a really strong tactic. I like it a lot
We have
more
a
at
good
corner
speed
hoops.
left. Oh, no. It's jawsable.
It's jazzable. It's not runnable. I like it a lot more at corner hoops because the promotion's shorter, but it's still a viable tactic everywhere.
That also is not a great clearance. Now, is red open on the hoop? I think it is.
I think so too.
So, if you're Edmund here, do you just shoot red? And if you're going to be on the south boundary,
I'm playing a setup that is aimed at black. If I
Okay.
promote it, great. I'm putting some pressure on red shot.
that looks like what he's doing.
If I don't get it, then I'm still in position.
That's what he's doing. He's got it. Oh no, it just went between them.
Still not bad.
You could tell that he liked it for a long way.
Even if red is a runner, there's
A lot of things that can go wrong.
red misses and this becomes 6-6 really quick.
Yeah, black getting in the jaws.
Yep.
If red stays around, blue getting a clear on red all the way across the court.
Oh, great shot.
Making it simple.
Really, really well played from Darin.
Very.
Great match between two good friends.
Yep.
And it'll be Darin and I in the finals tomorrow morning.
A rematch of the semis. So you played Darin in the semis in the nationals and me in the final, and now you played me in the semis and Darin in the final.
That's right.
So
That's right.
a lot of familiar faces on some of the most recent videos. It just looked like Darin had a little bit better tempo than Edmund the whole way through there in that game.
Yeah, he just looked a lot more consistent.
Yeah.
See there, son.
Have a good one, Sam.
He just looked a lot more consistent all the way through. And Edmund had a couple of big opportunities where just didn't come through. But I think both of them played well. I think Edmund would have, really liked a couple of those hoop shots back. Had a couple clearances that didn't go his way. But overall, it was a good match to watch.
Yeah. So we'll be excited to see the final tomorrow. I assume a 9:30 start time.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock start time, yep. So you guys will see another video soon.
Thank you for staying with us, guys, and we'll catch up with you next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we're
Yeah. All right. So I'm here with Darin Guffey, everybody, who just won his semifinal match here at the Highland Falls GC Elite Invitational event that he's also the tournament director of. Darin, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So we went to 3 games against Edmund Fordyce, who you have a pretty good record against.
I think that edged me out. I think before this match here, we were 3-all.
Okay. You guys had previously played in Alabama recently, and you had gotten the better of him there.
Yeah.
Edmund
same exact story, too. He got game 1 and then me the next 2.
So walk me through. So he wins the first game, and I believe the score was told to me 7-4.
Yeah.
And Edmund obviously
Actually, 7-3.
7-3. So, he had the better play in that game. What's going through your mind at the start of game 2? How do you get yourself back in a position where you feel confident to get out in the lead, take the game, and keep the momentum on your side?
The big thing for me, obviously, I'm going to say is good positioning. And I wanted to show him that I was still confident after the loss, if that makes sense. So that's why, if you notice early on, I took on some more aggressive hoop shots that I never stopped taking. But yeah, just to show him that I wasn't out of it, and that I was, mentally ready to go.
And speaking of the hoop shots, we did see sort of in the early game, you had about a 6-yarder at hoop 1, narrow miss, about a 4-yarder hoop 2 that narrowly missed, but it seemed like after that you started running hoops a lot more confidently. Was there a swing thought or some sort of adjustment in your swing that you did with yourself after those first couple of attempts?
Yeah, I noticed that I was being pretty tight and that I was not taking a full swing, which is what me and you were really big on as teachers. And I could feel that I was tightening up a bit at the hoop. I was being very objective focused rather than saying, hey, let's take a good swing. And then the second game, obviously, the clearing was way better as well, and it's because I was same swing thoughts of just full swing and taking enough time to do proper stalking, stuff like that. Always is really important.
So it looked like Ed was struggling a little bit with his touch in the early part of the third game there. And what I really liked to see from you was that you didn't start to play overly aggressive.
Yeah.
You obviously took your chances when you had them, but I think a lot of players in that situation, when they think like, oh, he's not playing well, and we do talk about like pressing your advantage. You didn't go too far and start shooting everything that you could look at and start trying to make 10-yard hoops. So what was your rationale there for just sort of staying more conservative, and what was your thought process?
Because even if Ed is playing bad, he's not playing bad.
Yes.
I have so much respect for him and his game that I would never want to give him anything. So I was trying to stay as conservative as possible, and also I was hoping that he would shoot himself into trouble, which kind of happened
He
here
did
in
there
the
for a
third
bit.
game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the hope.
So you'll have to play Matthew tomorrow. This is a rematch of the semifinals of the GC Nationals that happened just a few weeks ago in West Palm Beach.
Correct.
And you had a very good match against Matthew. I didn't see all of it because I was playing on the other lawn next to you, but unfortunately I heard that the rain delay that affected us kind of maybe threw you off your momentum a bit. What do you, going into this match tomorrow, obviously having played Matthew and knowing his form and his game, what's your biggest thing that you want to focus on? What do you think is going to be critical for you in order to get those leads and press those advantages against him when he's playing that well?
Basically kind of the same thing, not to shoot myself into trouble. That's the big thing. And last time I played against Matthew, I think I took on way too many clearances because I was so afraid of what Matthew was going to do. And I'm going to try to figure out a way to make him afraid of what Darin's going to do. Try to take some good hoop shots early on in the game. And not necessarily be aggressive, but definitely not be conservative in certain situations. Show him that I'm willing to go for the hoop, so that way that may affect his tactics a little bit, knowing that I'm lurking to go to the hoop.
Make him respect
Exactly, yeah.
the threat.
Correct, exactly.
Well, we're looking forward to this match tomorrow. Starts at 10. It will be recorded for the YouTube channel as well. I may stick around to do a little commentary for that. I do have to head on the road soon, but I'm looking forward to seeing some great play.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited.
Thank you so much, and good luck tomorrow,
Thank you,
Darin.
sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, John.
Okay, great.
Thanks to the Highlands Falls Country Club for hosting at this beautiful facility. To Darin Guffey, their Croquet pro, for directing the tournament. And to Lynda Bjorkland, the tournament manager, who's also the Western North Carolina District President for the USCA, which sanctions this tournament, brings you this YouTube channel, and invites you to check out the website, sign up, and join us out here on the lawn. And when you do, Don Oakley's Croquet store can provide all the equipment you need to start a club, start playing, or win a world championship. So go ahead, give us a like, subscribe, hit that bell. It won't hurt. And if you do, you won't miss the finals coming up in the next couple of days.